All right, let's discuss these drafts. I mean, basically, they have prio everywhere, plus a volibear for tower dives. This should be double hail of blades in the bot side. They should get pushing advantage here. They should get pushing advantage here. Volibear should have opportunities to tower dive, although it is hard into Lulu. It's hard into Lulu. And Rel if Rel is covering. So I think a lot of this is going to be how well Yike can cover these lanes and prevent a lot of aggression and possible dives. Scaling here, obviously fucking crazy. We'll see if Ice actually goes Hail of Blade. He's going to have to go on hit Varus here simply because the tank line is too big. But, you know, they're going to have some issues potentially later. I hope... does Nuke go Grasp? I think he goes Grasp here if he's smart. So we actually did go Hail of Blades on his ear. This was going to be something I was going to mention too. If you don't want to go Grasp for the late game, I think you can actually just harass the Aurelion Soul. But we've seen Aurelion Soul win this matchup, like levels 1 through 3, with Comet, if you just like kind of poke him with Breath of Light. Oh my god, we fail invade. So Mickey X is actually here at a minute 30. All right, well, they actually just kind of all in here. Let's take a look at how this level 1 unfolds because, all right, so they get some deep wards in, and we see both bot lanes head up top. All right, so Sheo is seen right here. Did they not see him? All right, they see him, actually, and he sees Yike as well. And they're going to watch the invade, so the pings go down, but they're already rotated up to the top here, and they just meet, like, Hail of Blades Ash. They have to flash immediately. They get slowed by Volibear E, though. Oh, God. Lebrav used his Ghost, try and chase Mickey X here. Mickey X has bone plating. He's going to live. Yike is here. No, he doesn't actually get the Q. Oh my god, he Hex flashes to save Lulu. No, he doesn't. Yike literally was 1 second away from having Hex Flash, so he has to use his Q first, but it doesn't hit. And then he can Hex Flash. So it wasn't that he made a mistake, it's that Hex Flash was still on cooldown. Pretty sure G2 didn't see Sheo. Yeah, maybe not. That would explain a lot more. All right, so we are lane swapping. Jinx is in the top side. Lebrav has Flash. Still? No, he used Flash. Oh my god. All right, so at the end of that, though, let's take a look at this. So we get the wave pushed into the top side. Varus goes top, and then we get Jinx going down into the bot lane. So they actually lose a bunch of CS. And remember, you do not... Let's talk about this, guys. You do not want to be in the top lane in lane swaps, right? It's the disadvantageous position because they literally made top lane more tanky early in the game. Fortification bonus for the first 5 minutes of the game. So in the first... They literally changed this so that... we wouldn't have lane swaps. So fortification gives you 50% damage reduction from all sources in the first 5 minutes of the game. So it is basically the towers only take 50% damage. And so they basically have now mind game because Adam's in the bot side, and now we're gonna have the Jinx in the bot side as well after the push. And you know, one of the things, so for example, when we saw this with FPX versus NIP, they had Udyr, who has great wave clear, right, to do the lane swap. So Udyr was able to 1v2 more effectively. Now you have Sion, who is very, very annoying in lane. And the reason they picked Sion was almost certainly because he's one of those classic lane swap champions. Because if this had gone differently, you can actually just invade here. And you can also, I would imagine, guys, that the strategy here is to invade, disrupt, push them off, right? Have Yike on this side of the map. You might even just send Sion to die. You might send Sion to solo their buff, right? This would have been a popular strategy in the old lane swap era, is you get Broken Blade in there, he goes ahead and takes away the buff, maybe Yike goes to Raptors to clear this out, you have Jinx in the top side pushing up, then you have Jinx recall, and then basically Sion catches the wave on the way back. So there definitely was a plan here. G2 has long been one of the better lane swap teams in the world, but BDS, like, I don't know how they got wind of this. It's very weird. Maybe they just saw the Sion top pick blind and they guessed that it was a lane swap because, like, it's kind of a tell. I'd love to know what the coach thought here because remember, this is, you know, they didn't have a lot of time. This isn't the pre-recorded draft because it's a playoff best of 5. But maybe their coach said, like, hey, watch for the lane swap. Be careful for the level 1. So Lebrav is going to be down in this bot side right now. Volibear has gotten a little bit more farm, but you can see, I mean, the Sion's just very self-sufficient in this. Isn't Sion really slow and overrated now? Yeah, but he's really hard to dive, and you can also just suicide with him. He can proxy the wave and die, too. So the plates are going to fall earlier in the first 5 minutes, but that is almost over now. You know, 5 minutes with this early game, the fortification is just not going to matter. So we do see the recall goes. He's got refillable pot and ruby crystal and Doran's shield now, so he's going to have a lot of regen and a lot of just flat HP. So fortification is going to be gone by the time this matters. We are going to see the lane swap back into the top side. BDS is handling this very well for a team of players that really hasn't experienced the lane swap meta, and I think that must be part of the calculation that BDS is using, or that G2 is using here, is like most of G2's players played in the lane swap era, except for Yike, but BDS's players did not. So they're going to be way less comfortable with this from a historic basis. They're just flipping back and forth on different sides of the map. So Broken Blade actually does TP into the top side, but then Varus recalls. They get the pressure down here in the bot, and then now they switch top. By the time that this wave gets pushed out, the fortification is going to be gone at 5 minutes, and they'll be able to take plates evenly. So, you know, the actual anti-lane swap mechanic is not working as intended here, or maybe Riot doesn't care about this, which is... You know, this is very deliberate, just moving back and forth. But G2 has the tempo advantage because they're the ones pushing the wave in every time. You know, they're the ones pushing the wave in every time. You can see this wave is going to be pushed up and bouncing back. So they actually should get, you know, some seat level of CS advantages over time. Not looking good on the top side right now, but who cares if your Scion doesn't farm? You have the advantage on the Jinx, which I think is more important. All right, so we do have the pressure in the top now. Fortification has fallen. G2 actually had a gold deficit because of the kills, mostly. Also, you know, there is Nuke is harassing with Hail of Blades, but a lot of it is due to Ice and Labrov having more money because they have kills and assists. But honestly, like, they're dodging a lot. You know, Hans Sama just dodging the double 80 carry lane is pretty huge because he's not going to get harassed by the Hail of Blades. So, you know, leaving Varus and Ashe up seems kind of like a bait if you had this, like, Scion strat coming through with the lane swap. And I imagine for G2 that if their level 1 had gone well, this would be a very different game with G2, probably with like 1,000, 2,000 gold advantage right now. And they're starting to proxy farm. This is very characteristic of OG lane swaps. What is going on? So they've actually frozen the lane. They push it out, recall. So they're catching it as they come back to lane. Berserker Greaves now done for Hansama. Labrov gets a deep ward in. Sheo going to go on the invade. Shea's level 6 now, but they actually just can't have a normal game with this Volibear. And the thing is, Volibear, like, Giga falls off, so he's going to be way worse than Rel in the late game. The all-in is very deadly post 6 for Ice and Labrov, obviously, because you can arrow straight into Chain of Corruption. Yeah, it's good backing off. They got plates onto the Aatrox. That's a good play by BDS. They're playing this pretty well. The lane swap just made the 2 ADC lane less value, yes. And had there not been a fucking tragedy at level 1... this would probably be extremely good for G2, but they're having to claw their way back into this game. You know, at the end, though, Adam now ahead, at least for the time being. It's like they're not going to actually... Oh, they get the turret. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. That'll cut the gold lead significantly. The number of plates going over, it's really just like this Jinx is not harassed in lane. And so the scaling is going to be significantly better for G2. You know, if you're BDS right now, I really think you have to start looking for picks, right? And playing around Drake. So if I'm BDS... I'm thinking to myself, okay, Adam's side, we have TP, we have a Drake. We should start to stack Drakes right now. Let's push in, let's get some vision around Drake, and let's use Ashe Arrow to make a pick play. Okay, and maybe that's what they're going to do. Sheo's already here setting up for vision. They don't clear out Pixel. They do get Crab. It's going to be a good Dragon, too, because Chemtech and Ocean were the first two, so it's guaranteed to be a good Drake. Okay, horrible. Oh, Ice. Ice, Ice, baby. You gotta time that Chain of Corruption. What the fuck? Aatrox just... Adam doesn't feel like coming, guys. I think Adam is playing away from their win condition. Dude, you gotta hit it. Because Labrov has flash, so if the Scion isn't here, they're able just to walk straight back. I mean, he gets 100 to 0, but... What is Adam doing, man? I think you need Adam to TP here. What is he doing? Adam? Oh, God, you know it's going to be a good soul, too. Adam, are you going to TP? Are you just going to let him do this to you? Oh, it's okay. Adam and Nook are here now. It's fucking terrible. What did he get for that? What did he get for that Drake, guys? He got, what, 1 plate? Or he got 3 plates. But they actually just lost their win condition, because the thing is, guys, now we have even Drakes, and these guys scale better, and they just want to fight. So there's 3 plates, yeah, and 2 waves. Oh, God. But they also forced 2 TPs. They forced Nook's TP and Adam's TP. This is super sloppy by BDS. Lebrov dies twice, literally, because he gets flashed on by Caps. Dude, the TPs are so shit there. Like, I don't know, guys. That was so garbage. Is that a communication issue? If Adam is pushing top and doesn't see Sion, he has to tell them to not push, start, drag. I mean, maybe he was saying he was going to come. I don't know what's going on in the comms. Clearly, something's fucked up. I mean, this isn't bad for G2. Let's be clear. They traded 2 for 2, but they got mid pressure. It's not actually that bad. And they get pressure in bot, and they're going to get a turret in the end. So the net trade is actually extremely good for G2. I think most importantly, they just stopped the stacking of the Drake, which I think was BDS's greatest win condition. Like, the question here, guys, that we must ask is, what happens if Aatrox gets a gold lead? What is the win condition of Aatrox getting a gold lead? And the answer is nothing. Like, do you think you're going to get onto Aurelion Sol or Jinx? They have Lulu with Wild Growth. They have Sion and Rel for Peel, right? You have Cleanse. So, like, is Adam better pull off some epic flank with this fucking lethality Aatrox, because he's not going to do anything to the front line. I know this. He flashes into one-shot Jinx and gets polymorphed and died. Sounds good. And if Poly's down, then the Jinx just gets Wild Growth. He flashes in, gets polymorphed, then Q-stunned by Yike. So I just don't think it's worth it. I think you need to create a pick there and TP in and aggressively go for the Drake. Because you know what's better than 3 plates? Do you know what's better on Aatrox than 3 plates? Cloud Soul. Cloud Soul is fucking terrifying on Aatrox. Cloud Soul greater than 3 plates. Now we don't get Cloud Soul. At least not for a very long time. Free Herald. Yep. Mr. Herald totally free because of Sion coming in. Hey, guys. Do you think it would be free Herald if we still had 2 TPs up, if we're BDS? So G2 is allowed to make this play because they cleared the TPs off, Broken Blade is there, and Aatrox is already motioning over. So Aurelion Sol now has Rylai's, was unharassed in lane, has a gold lead, is basically, he's a wave down on CS. So, I mean, this is very bad for BDS. The scaling is just going to be super difficult for them to deal with. Oh my God. No, we didn't. We didn't do this. We didn't go lethality Varus into Sion Rel, did we? We didn't do that. Ice, baby. You have to go on hit Varus in this game. He doesn't want to proc his passive ever. You know this Varus. All right, Nuke just commits suicide. Not a good trade. Now remember, they don't have TPs. And now Sion's going to push through top side. We're going to trade tower for tower, kill for kill. But any even trade is actually beneficial for G2 right now. They're also pushing faster because they have 5 Void Grub buff. All right, here we go. And they have Demolish. Very helpful. Dagda and I are on the same wavelength. Demolish and 5 Void Grubs. Asol picks up the farm on the bot side, though. Yep. Huge damage onto tier 2. So big win there for Gamers 2, the Samurai team. Oh my God. There goes their gold lead. So watch Adam. He's walking up. Is he flanking? Nah. He comes in versus the tanky Azir. He then gets his spell shield blown and then focused, and Yike just jumps over the wall, and then they Breath of Light him and kill him with a Jinx ult. Lebrov is just by himself, getting Flash Glitter Lanced and then Breath of Light. Very nice. Very nice. Ah, the French Death Train has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California Death Train inspired by that same French excellence. It's called the LCS. Good thing Adam got that gold lead, guys. Very well played. He's going for the Penta. Sheo, don't be a bitch. Oh my God, he's such a bitch. Oh, he got the slow with Rylai's? Yes! All right, good. Sheo, come on, buddy. Just give it to him. All right, so same bans, even though we switched sides. Volibear first here. We're happy with Hansama Jinx. And we're going to ban Zeri once again, Vi, and this time the Rel. Interesting that they don't want to first pick Rel or pick Rel here. So this is Flex, though. Could easily be Yike Jungle Jax. Now they're going to take Lucian and Nami. Intriguing. I'm just going to lane swap again. Because now you can actually just R5 your top laner, which could be Sion again, right? Especially because you're taking Talia. Gragas has been a Jax counter, obviously, because you can use Q and E during his counter strike. Also, Gragas is very good in lane swaps, guys. This is a top lane champion that has been very good at 2v1ing in lane swaps, because you can farm safely at range with your Q, stay under turret. Go Udyr here. If you want to lane swap, the Udyr is very good, I think. Obviously, Udyr was not, you know, the rework didn't exist years ago in the lane swap meta, but I got to see how well NIP used it in that game 4 versus FPX, and it just provides so much wave clear. Sion's good here too, though. So Cassante is interesting because Lucian's in the front line, so Cassante, they might just want to try and grab the Lucian with the Cassante. You know, playing the Lucian here is going to be challenging because you have Nautilus ult to contend with, you have Talia E if you're dashing forward, can be hard to get out. You have Cassante who can grab you with ult, but BDS does have opportunities for tower dives in the early game around the Lucian Nami with the Volibear. Very strong single target damage, very strong disengage with the Gragas and the Azir. Okay, good job using pressure on the invade. Oh, Yike missed the smite. Damn, Sheo got it. Mickey flashing for it? Okay. We're just trolling. I mean, Hansama isn't even there. Yike and Mickey X was trolling the early game. It's a good play by Mickey just to walk in the brush and then surprise him. I can't believe he gets hit by the hook after the flash, too. That sucks. Oh, God. Yep, just turn off the turret, stun, W, auto. Well, Ice is just going to dominate this game now. This is the game that should have happened last time, by the way, guys, if there hadn't been a lane swap. Thing is, Hansama has no sum, so he's kind of free. Oh, he actually got hit by Bubble. He got hit by Bubble. Into culling. Oh, Caps making the hero plays. Oh, they still get it. Damn. Sheo, nice cleanse on the Talia stun. Actually does get bubbled there as well for some additional healing ice. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Here's a question for you guys. Why can nobody on BDS TP to a Drake? Why? Why? This is the second game in a row that it has been impossible. Like, if they want to push up and take this tier, then fine. Fucking fine. But why are we doing this thing where we know Broken Blade is here? Talia it has ult up and has TP. Like, is it Talia? Oh, they see Talia on the mid wave. Oh, there's the wall. What a surprise. What a surprise. There's a Talia wall there. I never would have... Wait, guys. Is there a Cassante in our backline? How did he get there? How did Cassante get into our back? Oh, wait. You saw him on the wave the whole time? And you saw him on your ward? That's wacky. How did Broken Blade get back there? Adam throws the explosive cask in. It was a party cask. It was a party cask on his own teammates. Hits his own teammates with explosive cask. Very good. Nook with the insane TP. Oh my god. He literally TPs after his jungler and his AD carrier, who got the shutdown onto Ice. Oh, very good. It's Talia. Yep, very good. Caps got it. What the fuck is... Oh, look at this. And then Caps is going to TP into the top lane, so he catches the wave. So what was the point of any of that, BDS? Why do you suck at TP? Kind of a shit TP by Caps, actually, but whatever. Ice actually just solo winning this game. Look at that. He actually flashes out of the... No, how does he get out? Let's watch Ice here. So he just Giga chunks Hansama with culling. He literally, I thought he flashed. He literally just backstepped and missed Counter-Strike, and then he just autos him. Forces Yike to flash back over the wall. That is terrible. That is terrible. Look at this. He literally just kites out the Counter-Strike. Yike takes a quintillion damage, and then has to flash out, and then he just gets Goomba stomped by Volibear. All right, Ice wants to win this game, guys. No one else does, but Ice wants to win. Yeah, Nami move speed. Yep. Yes, he did. Yike should have flashed first, then hopped. I mean, he could have flashed into range for the Counter-Strike, right? Like, he could have just come in here and then flashed onto Ice and Nook to finish Counter-Strike. He could have done that. But, you know, Cassante is coming in here. He would still die, most likely. It would not have saved Mickey X. Or, I mean, it would not have saved Hansama, because Hansama was already dead here. Because Volibear just flashes on him. Q, E, W, kills him. Probably would have been better than what ended up happening, though, you have to say. I mean, does it save Jinx? No. Does it save Jax? No. Could they have traded back? Possibly, because Broken Blade would have at least been there. I think Yike and Hansama definitely die there, but perhaps G2 would have been able to get a kill back. Hans needed a flash from the wave. Yeah, he also needed to just not get culled, but he could have flashed the culling as well. Ice, the real hero of this game. Yeah, remember Jinx has flash here. So, I mean, when he gets hit by, he should have, I agree, he should have flashed here to not get hit by the wave. Therefore, Mickey X might have been able to body block for him a little bit sooner because he pops Locket here. Hansama did troll that a bit, guys. Yike also trolled it. See, we don't have to give him the disappointed Ice Ice Baby. We can say, Ice, Ice, Baby. Now, it works both ways. Western teams love saving flash. That's because, actually, I don't know if you know this, guys, but on the LEC and LCS tournament realm, and only on their tournament realms, flash is actually a charge system. So if you save your flash charges, it rolls over from game to game. So there's, you know, yeah, it sucks that Hansama didn't flash, but he'll actually have more flashes next game as a result. So he's playing the long game. Mickey goes for that, but there is no follow-up, so Ice doesn't have to use any of his summoner spells and just culls him into oblivion. I guess it's a desperation play. Hey, look, Nuke learned out there he has a teleport button. How weird. Too bad the fight's already been won. Sorry, he's here to auto Baron. Nook has a fucking terrible engage, but I guess it just doesn't matter. Goes there too far ahead. At least he has Zonias to undo his mistake. Thank God for Ice. Holy moly. Here comes Nuke. He's going to make the play, guys. I like how Ice eats the Nautilus ult, then has to kite back, and then work through the front. Like, look, I haven't been a fan of Adam's laning on Gragas, but his team fighting on Gragas has been pretty good. Burns double flash from backline and they can't attack. Yeah, I mean, he also stalls. It stalls for a lot of time, especially because he has Zonias too. It's still not great. But yeah, that's true. It's no Chovy, you know. I've just been spoiled by watching Chovy's fucking Azir, so now I have to watch Nukes and just be sad. Yike misses Counter-Strike again, by the way. Yike's Jax has not been stupendous. He gets hit by a tidal wave. He flashes in, but he's actually just not in range of Counter-Strike. There's the knock-up. Dash back. Nuke does make a lot of space, to his credit. Like, actually does. It's really the Zonias that makes this play good. This game is over. It's fast-forwarding. Please end. Please no shenanigans. Okay, we need... Are we getting all three inhibs and then resetting? No. Okay. Nice bubble. Okay, kill him. Good. All right, good. 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 All right, Ice. Ice Labrov. Very nicely played. Now they got the game they wanted that this is what they wanted in game number 1 but couldn't get it. Let's go. Game 3. All right, Rel first pick. All right, so we're still banning the Vi, Zeri, and now we're taking out the Nautilus. So Rel first pick, Volibear, the Volibear Pro. They really just want to threaten the dive and play aggressively early. Worked for them last game. Ashe needs to be banned now. Please just ban the Ashe. So they see the Jinx Lulu again, and now they're scared of the lane swap one more time. They're banning mid laners, but the Azir is still up, so of course it's going to be taken. And we are going to take Zac. So still a threat of a lane swap here because the Zac is very difficult to dive and can farm under the turret. Aurelion Sol going to be taken once again. And we're going to take Aatrox into the top Zac. Now, Broken Blade has done the top Zac on multiple occasions. Really strong front-to-back team fight and very strong engage from G2. All right, so we are lane swapping again this game, guys. We did see this game number 1. There is an invade, but they're not finding actual evidence. Actually, Broken Blade is very clever here. Okay, let's take a look at this. So Yike is in the top side, showing with Broken Blade. So G2 has adjusted their strategy. So after what we assume must have been scrim leaks in game number 1, Broken Blade is intentionally showing on this side. In game number 1, they started to poke in here and try and go for an invade. They are now literally not showing Jinx. Jinx can make it up here before they could get a ward here in order to see her going up. So Jinx is already in position. Lulu is very not suspiciously, in this brush in bot side jungle. So they're trying to do a better job of disguising the lane swap this time, G2, but they don't necessarily have the same advantage of possibly vertically jungling around it, which is what they were trying to do. They do get the ward in here. This is a typical ward that we used to see a lot with lane swaps back in the day, to detect whether they were coming or not. So they should know when Broken Blade doesn't show here that the lane swap is incoming. Oh, he's actually going to do it. They know the ward's there. He's going to walk into lane and TP bot. Good mind game. Very good mind game from G2. They're going to see Lulu. Oh, they don't see. I don't think they see Lulu. I think it's out of range. This is out of range. They can't see here. I think the range is like this on the ward. So they actually can't see Broken Blade here because Lulu then walks up and she's out of range. Yeah, it's out of range. That ward and the deeper ward between tier 2 and Inhib Tower were the classic lane swap wards. Yes. The thing is that ward is not in the right place. This is, guys, it's like the coach told them to ward there, but they've never actually warded there because they didn't play in the lane swap era. So they actually cannot see. They cannot see far enough to see this. So actually, Lulu sneaks in there for free, and they are going to go for an invade. And because it's Zac, they're going to go ahead and take away red buff. This is what they want to do. Remember, guys, in game number 1, how I said that probably the purpose of the invade was for Sion to take their red? That's what they're doing. They're just doing it with the Zac, I think. I think they audibled this because Adam is right there. I think they changed their plan because Adam was fighting with Lulu. But I think Broken Blade was trying to go in and take red. Okay, so we are going to be 3-manning on the top side. This is also, you know, potentially classic quick pushing. Remember, it's before 5 minutes, so the fortification is still up. They are going to be slower. It takes 50% less damage pre 5 minutes. I don't know what Adam's doing, dude. Adam is fucking trolling. Adam moves too early, and he doesn't have flash. Sheo needs to be there for this. Sheo just kinky watching Adam get fucked in front of him. He put himself in the cell by trying to fight a Lulu level 1. True. Just wondering what is he supposed to do in that situation. He's so much behind, he can't even get to lane anymore. My friends, fandoms has figured out what lane swapping used to be. I'll explain it because I guess people don't remember or weren't watching League in 2015 when this happened all the time. So the main point of lane swapping is, first off, that they want to dodge this incredibly annoying double Hail of Blades lane to help scale with Aurelion Sol and Jinx into the late game. But really what you're trying to do in lane swapping is deny the enemy top laner as much experience as you possibly can. So the question is, what is Adam supposed to do? And here's the answer. Adam is supposed to get fucked. That's literally the answer. Now, Adam has fucked himself because he was trying to duel the Lulu at level 1 and got pushed off. I think ideally, you try and come down here and provide pressure or proxy farm a little bit. You can go into the enemy jungle and try and jungle a little bit. Maybe you can take a camp or two. But oftentimes, the top laner would be joining the duo lane to fast push. Is there anyone in the LEC that left that still played in Season 5? Yeah. I mean, a lot of Hans and Caps were active during the lane swap meta. Hans Sama was an amateur player. He played for my team, Renegades, actually. Hans Sama played in Season 5. He was just playing on Renegades before his promotion. You could send your support up to help as well. Yes, Dodge-a-fan. You could actually send your support to help your top laner under the tower. Why doesn't the other team also fuck the other top laner? Yes. Why doesn't the other team simply fuck the other top laner? They do. So they did get more plates because of the fortification. So G2 has 1 fewer plate than BDS. Right? But the thing about it is that Broken Blade is actually up in levels, which is the real thing. Because like the one of the things about lane swaps is when the top laners are getting fucked, oftentimes the mid-game fights are determined by which top laner actually just has more experience and more levels. And Adam is now very far behind because Zac is able to push up this entire wave as we're watching in the bot right corner, and he denies CS. So he's actually 2 levels up right now, even though he's only 5 CS up, because he was actually able to leech experience. The choice of top laners to not get fisted as hard is important for the newbies. Yes, it is hard. That's why the Sion was blinded in game number 1, is because you want champions that are difficult to dive so that they can safely soak XP under a tower, which Zac, obviously, with his passive, is another champion that's very difficult to dive. And you'll notice that G2, they lost the level 1 last time, but now what they're doing is they're continuously playing the tempo game, and they're getting prio, right? They're getting prio every single time. So what we see is the Zac pushes up, right? They push up, reset, swap. And so basically they are always getting more, G2 is always getting more experience because people are getting denied into the tower every single time. And they're going to lose Drake here probably. They're going to switch again probably here. Oh, they're just going to fake it. All right. They faked the reset this time. But this is what they were doing game 1 and this game so far. So it's understandable that BDS gets mind gamed here. Yeah, they're dead. That's very clever. G2 mind gaming now. So basically this time they didn't get it. And now they're going to get a bunch of plates. They can dive this. Dude, Lulu also has Demolish this game. That's so interesting. So Lulu took Demolish just so that they could have a pressure advantage in the lane swap. That's clever. Yeah, Varus Ashe is basically donezo now. All right, Adam is caught up in levels, but you have to understand the price of him catching up in levels, because they could have just recalled and then swapped back, is that now Ice and Labrov are dead, and you're getting plates on the bot side. So that's the price that they paid for being behind in tempo. NIP versus FPX did it too? Yeah. Yes, they did. Is this the first tier 1 lane swap? It was game 4 of NIP FPX did it. I imagine that's where the inspiration for, but it looked different in NIP versus G2. They did it with Udyr, which was very clever. But this is what game 1 should have looked like without the scrim leak that clearly happened, because BDS would never in a bazillion years have been ready for this if there hadn't been a scrim leak. You would never infer from Scion blind pick that there was going to be a fucking lane swap and be ready for the invade. That's ridiculous. So now we see the swap back here, right, during the replay. So they reset after getting that kill. They don't give a shit about Drake, apparently. They're just going to let Sheo have it. And instead, we're going to just dive the top side. Adam shouldn't have flashed. Hans has 4 kills now. His game is over. And now it's 8 minutes, so they can take plates freely. I don't know if they can actually get this. Okay, they can. They get 1 kill. They're getting a million plates top lane. The wandering death ball that is G2 right now. I mean, you know, what's tilting about the fortification is that there's no visual indicator in game. Like, the towers don't have a shield or anything. It just exists. It's an invisible mechanic. It's really shit. I complained about this when they put it in to the game because I thought it was a garbage way to fix this problem. I love lane swaps because they're actually like fun macro plays, and I'm a macro guy, so this is doing it for me. Adam.
Slingshot, an elastic one at that, not going to come through. Adam runs for his life. This Aatrox cannot catch a break. Like you said, a Zac falling behind, who cares? But an Aatrox falling behind, you're really burning in this top side for BDS as they try and get something in the bot in response.
It'll be Dragon that they're trying to set up for, but let's be real. 5 kills out of this Jinx, Static Shiv, and a little bit more completed, plus the MonteCristo Scepter for caps. You're in a pretty good
Adam makes me sad.
With BB having TP as well to try and come in, whereas Adam hasn't.
Yep, we should definitely be trying to take Drakes here. Will BDS set up a reasonable Drake attempt? Or will we try and do Drake even though Broken Blade has TP, Adam does not, Adam is 1/3 HP, and we're 4k gold behind 8-1 in kills? What do you think, guys? Oh, dude, I love the fact that they actually try and do this Drake. Literally TP deficit, fucking Drake troll. Meanwhile, Hansama's there, Giga-fed Jinx just nuking Labrov. All right, well, it was the desperation. It's game over now. He's CBing, guys. Adam's here. Don't worry about it. Hansama's literally higher level than him. Broken Blade's here. He TP'd in. Kids these days ain't never seen a lane swap. They're getting clapped. Do you think the strat will work on Eastern teams at MSI? I hate to tell you, but China was doing this first recently. NIP did this against FPX before these games happened. So no. And especially because a lot of the Eastern players were professional players during this era, right? Do you think the shot callers in the East are going to be confused like this? Do you think Faker's going to be confused? No. You think Peanut's going to be confused? No. This is literally the perfect strat to use against BDS, too, because Adam's, like, sense of macro is completely busted in general. So it's even like, it's like double effective. It's like BDS is a Pokemon and they're weak to lane swap types. Loved it. Loved this game. Trophy might be... Guys, the teams are going to be ready for this by the time MSI rolls around. We got a fucking month to get ready for this. They'll be ready. We might see it at MSI, but it's probably not going to be this bad. The gap is not going to be so gaping. Check this out. They dropped the Callista ban. So are we just going to first pick Callista? Oh, yeah, we're doing it. First pick Wally Bear. All right, now we're just going to do Rek'Sai. I guess blue side is the one that they want to lane swap on because they're just going to pick Aphelios here. Actually, nobody picks Callista. Okay. And we're just leaving Ashe Varus open again. I mean, the Rek'Sai might be able to be good in lane swaps. Obviously, this iteration of Rek'Sai wasn't around in the lane swap era, so maybe with her healing, she can be good. Okay, Rumble and Azir. Rumble is, of course, a flex pick between top and support. Mata's a sub for Gen G. Yeah, he would know lane swaps, true. Rek'Sai should be good at lane swaps, you would think, because Rek'Sai is always going to be topped up in terms of HP, very difficult to dive. Also good at diving the enemy, because if you can get level 2 and get your W, so you have QW, be very good at potentially diving the enemy as well. So useful if you want a 3-man under a tower. Udyr's very good. We saw that's what NIP used in their top lane to lane swap. It was very good. Lane swap a little different now with turret plates. I mean, it's different because of the fortification, but yes, the fortification and plates should, in theory, put the team that is opting into the two-player top lane at a disadvantage. In theory, it does. The lane swapping team receives a disadvantage, but if you play it wrong, like BDS did, then you are still the one who's disadvantaged. All right, no Lucian, no Xayah, no Lulu for Aphelios. All right, we're doing it again. So jungle Rek'Sai this time around. Also good at tower diving. Very good at early ganks, Rek'Sai jungle. The first time I've seen Rek'Sai jungle in pro play since the Rek'Sai changes, because it's just been so strong in top side. Oh my god, it's Janna, Aphelios. I know nothing about this lane. Should be very good at level 1. Yeah, it seems like very good counter to Rakan. Very good counter to Rakan. Also empowering Aphelios' auto attacks early on, especially like potential level 1 play here. Yeah, knocking away Volibear and Rakan is very, very good. Prevents any kind of tower dives, too. John is big for tower damage. Yeah, true. All right, is it lane swap time again? It was a very deceptive early game start last time. Oh, are we mind gaming them? Dude, the mind games from G2 are real. So Broken Blade goes down here. They see a ward. They don't see Broken Blade, though. So nobody's showing. But Aphelios is going where? Everybody going top? Well, now they know that Labrov is bot side. Mickey X already here in the top lane. Pretty big leash here with the Scion. So a lot of time in the old lane swaps, you would actually have your top laner shadow the jungler and just help out the jungler early. And because the thing is you can't do... With the way the lane swap works, guys, is you actually can't do anything. You can't do anything until this wave goes into your turret. So you can like shadow your jungler, then TP over here, or recall with your support to catch the wave, or your support goes with your top laner. But we did see a lot of help in like early, quicker jungling. This is a clever adaptation, though. So as soon as they see Aphelios on the top side, Labrov is just ready to make a play on the mid lane. So he actually just flash W's. I haven't done LPL playoffs yet. No, I'll be doing those next. But the problem is Yike is level 2 and we over pursue this. Like, we should just be happy with blowing Caps' flash here. We ignite him and we're trying to go for this play, but Nuke is level 1. He's a fucking level 1 Azir. All he can do is make sand soldiers, and then Labrov gets flashed on, and that's it. Yike doesn't have E. He's Rek'Sai, so he doesn't have E at... He's jungle Rek'Sai, so he doesn't have E at level 2. He has Q and W, so he actually just has to flash this, but it's a nice flash. It's a fat wall. It's hard to do. Oh, God. And now the real nightmare begins, because G2 is the only team that actually knows how to lane swap. Rumble's under a turret. Rumble's very vulnerable at level 1 to a turret dive. Yike has taken 2 buffs, so he's not actually level 3 yet. He needs to grab another camp. Labrov is trying to join, but he's too late, and he fucked up the play in mid lane. But the thing is that Broken Blade is now going to be able to TP to the bot side. Okay, so here's the mistake, guys. So Labrov has died 2 times, right? He showed on this wave. There are minion waves going here, okay? Killing Broken Blade doesn't matter, and you've also shown your junglers here. There is now no threat of a dive under this turret, so Broken Blade can revive, because he will revive instantly, because it's early in the game. 2, 1, TP to bot. God damn it, guys. God damn it. I haven't seen these games. I'm just telling you what's going to happen because this is how you lane swap back in the day, and I know how the macro works. Yeah, they should not kill Broken Blade there, by the way. And Sheo should not be showing on this side of the map because it's free. I mean, Broken Blade should TP whether or not he sees Sheo, just because he's going to pick this up. But, I mean, the XP difference is going to be pretty potentially bonkers at this point in time, especially if Yike comes back at level 3. Okay, Yike is 3. Now he's super dangerous because he has Tunnel, and Tunnel is an extremely good ganking tool, and Labrov has no flash. Labrov should not be going in. Labrov is a psychopath. He's dying. He's dead. Adam also dead. Shout out to some god-awful play. We finally... time has curved around onto itself, and now I am here to tell you everything about lane swaps. Why is this happening in 2024? I don't know, but I'm one of the few people who can do this. Don't BDS just hard win the 4v0 tower race? Yeah, I mean, in theory, that's true, but they would have had to not fucked up all of the things they fucked up this game because they didn't do that. And now it's 5 minutes, so they don't win it anymore because fortification is dropping. And also, right now, Hans and Mickey X are just going to swap bot side because they're getting the tempo advantage again. Look at this. This is pushed. These motherfuckers going to recall. They're going to walk bot. Broken Blade's going to walk top. So it's Jover. This game is Jover. Yike's going to come steal one of these and just peace out. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh, actually, they make an audible here. So what happens is Rumble is sticking around topside. So they're going to go bot, but they see just Rumble standing there. So they know that Rumble isn't recalling. So they're like, fuck it. We don't have to switch. We don't have to switch. We can just dive this motherfucker because he's not going to be level 6 until the end of time. So we'll just kill him. Adam is fucking clueless. Oh, I don't actually kill him. Amazing. Yeah, Adam is Giga tilted for sure. This is very frustrating if you're a top laner. Adam is playing this incredibly badly, though. But I understand. He's probably just pooping himself because he's never actually seen this strategy before. He's seen it for sure, but he's never had to play against it. And this is why I like it, guys. It is very hard in the heat of the moment, even as a pro player, to know the right thing to do. It's tough. You know, Adam has been successfully bamboozled. This is why G2 ran this strat, is because it fucks with BDS super hard. So really, just credit to G2's coaching staff. Nice flash by Ice, actually. All right. All right. That's a good counterplay to the dive. BDS putting it together. All right, this game is surprisingly even thanks to that botched tower dive in the top side. And you know what, guys? For the first time in this series, we've managed to get 5 BDS players at 1 Drake. Oh my god. Even though their TPs were up. So they didn't have to be there, but they're on time. They're all there. Nice equalizer. Actually does segment off Hansama, so Ice can assassinate him. All right, good fight from BDS. Okay, Sheo forces flash. Uh-oh. Yike doesn't have... What's Yike doing, dude? So Yike uses tunnel here, okay? But then his tunnel goes on cooldown because, what, he's got level 10? He has, what, level 2 E, probably? So that's a super long cooldown, so he can't get into pit to try and steal because he's already used flash. Why did he use E here? Oh, he used E because he had a pink ward. He didn't know that it wasn't so low. Now he's like, shit. He couldn't actually try and steal. Rip. Could Q ult? There wasn't enough time. He'd have to hit somebody with his Q and then ult in. That's not a bad idea, though. That's not a bad idea. The other problem is Sheo has 1200 smite and he has 900 smite, so it wasn't happening regardless. Whatever. It wasn't going to be a 50-50 anyway because Volibear had the 1200 smite, so... Great quickness in the back line by Lebrov. Good knock-up. Ice just on the flank every fight. Look at that ult from Ice. Ice actually played very well in this series, guys. His Lucian was super good, too. His positioning on this Kai'Sa has been very good. Nice blast cone. They're going to try and chase down Yike. They can't, so they're just going to go top side and take turrets. I mean, look how tanky this Azir is. The grasp Azir is just so crazy. It's so deceptive. Also, super nice. So he actually Zhonya's Yike's ultimate there, the Rek'Sai ult. And then he actually just flashes in to make this play. Very nicely done by Nuke. Yike used ults. Equalizer goes down. Oh, Yike has the angle. Oh, nice. Nuke has his Zhonya's back up, though. Oh, I got 2 kills for it, though, and they're going to get the Drake. So it puts them on soul point. This is a pretty important Drake denial. In spite of Yike being dead, somehow G2 get the Drake. Good zoning. Sheo slowed. Sheo has to use Unstoppable, but he's too late. So he actually just dies. Oh, God, they're giving away so many kills. Great job by Caps. Oh, he forces the flash off of the W. Oh, my God, are they going to kill Ice? That's huge. Oh, they get him. Why fight this Drake 3v4? I don't know, guys. BDS, you know, they can only make so many good decisions in a row before they're contractually obligated to make a bad decision. I mean, they shouldn't have done this, right? They think that because Sheo's still alive and because Yike is dead, but Volibear is pretty squishy, guys, even at this level, and he mistimes it. right? But it's not soul. It would have just been soul points. So there actually is no, there's not really a purpose for doing this. And Labrov also just misses everybody with his ult. They don't time the engage, right? Huge mistake from overstaying instead of setting up for Drake. See if we think they overstayed. I guess they did because they didn't get inhib. It could have been a lot worse if Caps hits that W, by the way. Yeah, they didn't commit to the inhib, and they couldn't, so they should have gone back faster, yes. But they absolutely should just give up this Drake, it doesn't matter. Losing Sheo and losing Ice here is so brutal. That shutdown is so nasty. So Broken Blaze just in bot lane this whole time, and BDS has 5 members. They try and tie up Yike, but Yike still somehow tunnels in. What happened here? So Labrov gets knocked up. Labrov dashes over, hits him, but it's way too early, so he just WEs immediately into the pit. And they're all locked in there. The fuck was that? What was that burst? What hit it for 1200? It wasn't the Kaisa passive, because I can still see it right here. Oh, it was a smite. It was Sheo smite. Sheo smited early. Yeah, he tries to smite combo with W. Yep. Yeah, you can see that's his head right there. That's the bite animation. But it doesn't do 1700 damage. It does like 1400 damage, and then Yike just smites it. Oh, man. Yike flashes, but hits the wall, and then he ults, and now they're just all in the pit and dead. And that's the end of the game, I guess. Ice did play this series very well, though. They just got bamboozled by the old lane swapperino.